How can I use storytelling as a tool for creativity? Okay, yeah. What's a storytelling? A storytelling means like that, like a story you have to tell. A storytelling. Okay, yeah. In my creativity, like basically, how can I use storytelling as a tool in my creativity? Like, if you don't really understand what is actually the storytelling and creativity and something like that, you like it's not really difficult to understand. But still, okay, like you watch the movie, yeah, definitely watch the movie. What makes it that you watch the entire 3.5 hour of like a 2.5 hour of movie for like what makes that movie that you could watch 2.5 hour? Like why don't you kind of like skip that movie, or like basically after you watch the half an hour you kind of like something just like, go, or like basically just skip the like what, like why do you watch the entire movie? Is because of that it has a story. Okay, yeah. They basically in the story they actually hook you up with the something really that key problem, and in the rest of the movie they actually kind of like a telling that how their problem will gonna solve. Okay, yeah. So this kind of like a something is storytelling, and each storytelling is kind of like a telling with a very different genre, like a romantic, science, sci-fi, action, lot of thing with the storytelling way, which kind of like a something hook up with the hook, like it kind of like a hook you up with the watch that particular movie for the rest of the time. Okay, yeah. uh some movies are really good, but some movies are really really not that good. Okay, yeah. um like okay, you understand what is actually storytelling. A storytelling means like that you have to tell the story through your creativity to kind of like they would watch that particular content for rest of the time. Okay, yeah. So how do I supposed to use my creativity to how do I supposed to use a storytelling tool in my creativity? Because in the end people wants to know that the story. Okay, yeah. So basically this thing you actually realize that ki a story means like that, a kind of like a something 1 hour story, or kind of like a movie story. No, it's not. Like this is also a story, but it's a long form story. Okay, I'm talking about kind of like a something a very short story. Okay. Example is this thing कि I actually upload a photography content. Okay, photography, photo editing content. All right, yeah. So basically is this thing how I supposed to edit that kind of like a something content is because of that कि I'm actually telling the raw photo, like basically the photo that I took. Okay, that photo was really not that good. It's a kind of like a something is this thing that ki the photo of me, or kind of like a something is this thing that ki the photo of kind of like a something is this thing in my back. Okay, yeah, just full frame back. Okay, the photo is not really that much cool. Okay, yeah. But in the editing process I kind of like a utilize editing tool such a way that kind of like a telling the process that what makes that photo looks really good. So I'm actually telling the like I'm actually kind of like showing the particular things that I add, like a mountain, then I kind of like add the sun, then I add the cloud, and then I add the rays, and I add the kind of like a something little bit of color, and final image kind of like a something looks even great. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing when the at the initial stage they watch kind of like a something photo which is kind of like a something they didn't really like a like it's not really that much cool, but within a couple of seconds, and basically the transition between from bad to good is almost like of 10 second. Okay, yeah. So I make sure that my entire transition or entire kind of like a thing is actually happened in 10 seconds, or 10 to 12 20 15 seconds. Okay, yeah. So after they watch the particular reel they actually get something, and they kind of like a feel that wow, after the end their photo was really good. So they actually like the particular photo, they actually like the particular photo, particular shot. Okay, yeah. So this is way that I could tell the story. Okay, like basically from worst to like one of the best. Okay, yeah. Or kind of like a something ordinary to one of the best. Okay, yeah. So this kind of like a something the storytelling that I use without using any words, without using anything, just a visual thing, that's it. Okay, yeah. You could use like a storytelling is a kind of like a something art that you could execute with very different way, like with the music, with a kind of like a words, with a kind of like a something action, with kind of like a something just colors, with with movement, with lot of things, dude. Okay, basically this thing, creativity has a billions of way to execution. Yeah, let me tell, billions or maybe trillions of way to execution. Okay, and basically it's in our mind. Okay, like how do we supposed to think, and basically how do we supposed to execute that particular thought process, that makes it creativity and storytelling. Okay, yeah, and it's kind of like a something very good. Okay, yeah. Example is that how do I supposed to use that storytelling technique in my creativity? I already mentioned that I kind of like a simply transition from kind of like a simply worse to one of the best. Okay, so this kind of like a simply storytelling tools that I use in my creativity. All right, yeah. All right, I should supposed to be end here. All right, so this is it, this then, and thank you.